everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Low Carb for Life. I'm Kristen, and as always I am super excited to be here to talk about low carb foods and getting healthy. Now, spring is finally in the air, the snow is melting all around us if you have snow where you live, and the air is just getting lighter and crisper, and it's just refreshing. And now it's time to think about lighter and crisper foods. Fresh ingredients, maybe a new twist on things. And so today we're going to do a twist on some of our nice classics that we like to have for lunch: egg salad, chicken salad, and tuna salad, and just do it in a lighter, low carb, low calorie, and low fat way. How are we going to do that? Let's find out. Alright, so we're in the kitchen and we're going to get started. Today we're going to do light, low fat, low carb salads that we would normally have during the spring and summertime that are just like nice, refreshing, light for the warmer weather coming up. So today we're going to do egg salad and we're going to do chicken salad. And the mixture that we're going to do for the chicken salad is just as good for tuna salad also. I happen to unfortunately not have tuna right now. My kids ate it all. It happens, but I have chicken. So first things first, we're going to go over what we have. Instead of using mayo, which is a little bit heavier on the stomach, high calorie, high fat, we're going to do a little twist and we're going to use Greek yogurt. And this just is traditional whole milk Greek yogurt. You can use low fat or fat free if you prefer. I just like the taste of the whole milk one. I just think it's a little more creamier like a mayo, and it's higher in protein. It's got 16 grams of protein per serving, which is 3/4 of a cup. And you might want to use less or more depending on how much of a mixture you're going to make. And this has only 7 grams of carbs per serving. So 7 grams for 3/4 of a cup. So that's a lot better than mayo. We're also going to include Dijon mustard, some sweet relish for our egg salad, and then whatever your favorite seasonings are, maybe salt, pepper, garlic. I have pepper, garlic, and of course adobo, because I cannot live without my adobo. And then I also have our fresh ingredients that we're going to include into some of our salads, which we have our nice celery and some onion. Also optional, you don't have to use it if you don't like it. I'm not going to use it for my egg salad, but I am going to use it for my chicken salad, which you just hear the beeping in the back. That means that my chicken is done in the air fryer. I did not season my chicken prior to this because I wanted to season it as I put it into my salad, because my salad mixture is going to have a lot of flavor in it already. So we'll get started with our eggs. And right here I only hard boiled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eggs. So this will probably make for me I could say like 3 or 4 sandwich, or a topping for my salad. So 3 or 4 portions out of this. So take our eggs and I just chop them. Just a little rough chop on the eggs. You don't want them too big or too small. Now after I have surgery and everything like that, I'll definitely have to watch how I cut my stuff, maybe be a little bit smaller than what I'm doing, but just a rough chop is fine. You want to do it to them all. And if you have a fancy egg slicer, dicer, that's cool too. Or if you have maybe a blender or something, you can also do that too. Just however you like to cut your egg. I like mine like a nice rough chop. I got 3 done so far. Just put it into our big bowl. And I hard boiled my eggs. I took the water and I put my eggs in the water. I put it on the stove, and when my water started boiling, I let it boil for about 10 minutes, and then I turned it off and I had it soaking in cool water to help cool it down so that I could take the shells off, and then just put it in the refrigerator for the rest of the time to cool down for about an hour or so, so they were nice and cool to handle, and they came out perfectly. Alright, get our last one. Alright. Into the bowl. Alright. Put that there. And I'll just give you a quick show. See, it's not too big, but it's not too small. And you can make it a little bit smaller if you need to. You feel like you got some pieces that are a little too big. But that's fine. What we got there. Okay. And there's really no right or wrong way to make this too. If you prefer to make it with more or less seasoning, or you want to use, like I said, a lighter Greek yogurt, you can absolutely do that. I just happen to have the whole milk Greek yogurt because, like I said, mayo is a little bit thicker, and this makes it have that consistency like you're using a mayo, but you're not. Okay, so now I'm going to add my Greek yogurt. And I'm probably going to start with maybe 2 tablespoons. Worth. Okay. And because I'm only serving this to me and myself and maybe my kids, I'm going to use my fingers. Of course, if I was serving to guests, I would probably wear either gloves or have separate utensils. But I'm clean. Alright, so now I got my Dijon mustard. I'm only going to do about a tablespoon's worth of that. Get it all in there. My sweet relish. Let me just give this a little quick rinse because I don't want Greek yogurt inside there. Oops, got a little water there. Gotta clean that up real quickly. Okay, so we got the Dijon and we got the Greek yogurt in there. Now I'm gonna do maybe half a tablespoon of the sweet relish. And of course your spices to taste. A little bit of my adobo, which is like an all spice. A little garlic, because me being part Italian, I like garlic in almost everything. And then just a little bit of pepper in there, just to set off the adobo a little bit. Okay, and now we're going to mix this. I'm just going to use just a plain old spoon and give it a nice mix. Now you could also mix your dressing on the side if you'd like, and if you're doing a bigger portion, you like to mix it on the side, make sure it's all incorporated and mixed together, and then add it to your eggs. I'm all for that too. Me, I'm a one bowl kind of gal. I like to just throw it all in one bowl and have less dishes to wash. Just practical. With the amount of children that I have running through my house, the less dishes, the better. Alright, so that to me is nice and mixed. I'll just give you guys a quick look. Alright, you see, nice and mixed and incorporated, all nice and coated. And take this off my spoon. I'm going to take just a little bit right here now. There we go. And we're going to just wipe off the spoon. And I'm going to cover it in plastic and I'm going to stick it into the refrigerator, because I feel that when you make a salad like this, you want to let it sit for a little bit just so that all your ingredients can marinate and really get in there and mix together and, you know, just relax and everything like that. So, you know, I would usually make this maybe like a half an hour to an hour before I'm going to serve it. You can also let it sit overnight because things usually do taste better the next day. But again, an hour is fine also. So let's get some wrap on this and then we're going to move right on to our chicken salad. Okay, so we got our egg salad all put away, and while I had it paused for a second, I decided that I was going to go ahead and get started with getting my celery and my onion ready to be chopped. So I have just one piece of all white meat chicken breast. I buy it frozen, and then I just pop it into the air fryer for about 20 minutes. And I don't put any seasoning on it when I do my salad because it's already going to get seasoned with the salad dressing mixture that we do. But of course, if you like a little extra flavor, you can. It's up to you. So I just got one piece of chicken, and this right here will just probably make me, right now, one sandwich, maybe 1.5 sandwiches, just depending on how hungry I am. But of course, after surgery, this one chicken breast will probably turn into like 4 sandwiches for me, or 4 salads. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and we're gonna have our 1 celery stick because it's 1 chicken breast, so 1 celery stick should be just enough for what you're doing. And I cut my ends off, and I've already cleaned this prior to doing this. I cut the rib right down the center. Now you got 2 pieces. Put the camera down so you can see a little bit more. Not that you don't want to see my beautiful face, but you want to see what I'm doing. Okay. And now we're just going to give this a nice chop. Run your blade through. And you want your pieces to be nice and thin. Nothing too big. Some nice thin. Just enough so you have some nice crunch in your salad. Sorry about the background noise. I do have, if you don't know who I am already or don't know me personally, I have 8 children. 9 if you include little Miss River, who is my roommate's daughter. And she's home with us today. And she's playing in the background, and everybody's playing. So everybody's home right now. And now we're going to do our onion. We're just going to do a little chop. And I took an 1/8 of the onion, so that's like 1/4 of a quarter of an onion. And I like a lot of onion, so that's why I use that much. But of course, if you chop up that much and you put it in there and you're like, that's a lot of onion, girl, then you can just put as much as you like or not at all. Like I said, this is just to add a little bit of crunch, a little bit of texture, and a little bit of flavor, a little freshness to our chicken salad. Who doesn't love fresh vegetables in a chicken salad? There's been times I've been known to put even some peppers in there. And this is just a rough chop. You don't want it too big, but you don't need it to be teeny tiny either. So, and just give you a little glimpse of what I got going on here. Maybe run it through one more time. I got some pieces in there that are a little bigger than I would like. Okay, so that's our onion, if you can see that. Not too big, not too small. And we're going to take our chicken and put it over on our cutting board, and we're going to take our vegetables and just put it right into our mixing bowl. Everybody into the pool. And you'll see after it's all mixed together, excuse me, after it's all mixed together with our celery and our onion and our chicken, it makes a lot. So that's why I say it's definitely going to be more than 1 sandwich worth. Excuse me. Get a drink of water really quickly. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Little amateur hour here. I am a home cook. Nothing fancy here. We're real people here. So now we got our chicken. We're just gonna cut this up. And I like my chicken not to be too super big. So I'm gonna chop this up pretty fine. Like I said, if you're going to be having bariatric surgery, or you've already had it, you definitely would be cutting it a lot smaller, or even putting it in a blender to blend it up more, because you're going to need it a little bit smaller in order to eat it. But we are pre-surgery, so you can cut it just a bit bigger and get away with it. And of course, if you did this in a crock pot ahead of time, or in a in a steam instant pot where you can just make it really quickly, it'll be falling apart, and then you'd have like shredded chicken to be able to put in there too, and that's just as good too. So that's also an option. This is just a little bit quicker in this fryer, in the air fryer, because I didn't have to add any oil to it or anything like that. It's just nice. It's got that nice texture to it, and it's cooked all the way through. Alright, so that's a nice chop right there. Show you how I have it. And I want to say maybe like smaller than 1/4 of an inch. See that? Okay. And this goes right into our mixing bowl with our celery and onion. Okay. And we'll get that into and then I take my spoon, and I like to pre-mix all my veggies and the chicken together before I put my dressing mixture in for the chicken salad. Okay, nice. Okay, so again, we got our Greek yogurt. And for this, like I said, I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons. If I feel like after I've mixed it up I need a little bit more, I'll add a little bit more. But this is 1 chicken breast, so 2 tablespoons should just be enough. Two tablespoons of our Greek yogurt. Alright. Enough. Have about for this one I think I'm going to just do 1/2 tablespoon of my Dijon mustard. Again, no right or wrong. You flavor it how you want. You think you want more, you add more. You can always add. Just remember you can't take away. Okay, so since I already put my celery and my onion in there, and now I have my Greek yogurt and my Dijon mustard, I'm not going to put the sweet relish in. I don't care for it in mine. But like I said, you can always add more things to your salad if you prefer more. If you want a little less, you like just your plain chicken, you can do it like that too. But the Greek yogurt's what it's all about. The Greek yogurt, instead of mayo, giving you more of that protein, less of that fat, and less of those carbs, is exactly the way we're trying to go with this. So, got my adobo, or you can just do plain salt and pepper. Got my garlic. And then I also got my pepper. Okay. And then we're going to mix, mix, mix. That is a little drier than I would like. Mix it up a little bit more. We'll just add a little more of the yogurt in there. You can just tell by eyeing it that it's not quite where I want it to be. Some like a little bit drier of a chicken salad. I like a moist chicken salad. Alright, that's a little bit better. I like that. That's very nice. Alright. And again, like most salads, this tastes a lot better if you let it sit for like about half an hour to an hour before serving, or even overnight if you're able to. Make this ahead of time, like if you're going to have a picnic or a family gathering, making a whole big bunch, put it in your container, store it in your refrigerator overnight. Your flavors will develop a lot more and it'll just taste so much better. So, and again, this also works for tuna salad. Unfortunately, I don't have tuna today. My son decided that yesterday was his tuna sandwich day, so he used up the rest of the tuna on me, unfortunately. But again, it works just the same. You get your celery, you get your onion, you get your Greek yogurt and your Dijon mustard. If you want to add a little bit of the sweet relish in it, you absolutely can. Make it your own. But just remember, the Greek yogurt is really what makes it the lighter, the low carb, and, you know, the creamy texture that you would normally get with a mayo. Higher protein. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for high protein, low carb foods to make us feel better about ourselves and to still eat like we're normal human beings, right? So let's go ahead and get this into the container. And we're going to store this in our fridge. And for you guys, it's only going to be a matter of seconds, but for me, it's going to be an hour before I see you to show you the final results, and we'll get this all taken care of and see how we can make it a low carb sandwich or even a low carb salad that we can all enjoy. So I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, and it's been probably about an hour and a half, and during that time I realized that I was out of cloud bread to make my sandwiches. So while you were gone, I decided to make some cloud bread, and no, I did not make it on camera because I have already done a video on cloud bread. So if you look through my channel and you look at my earlier videos, you'll find one for the cloud bread, and you can just go ahead and click on that, and it does a whole tutorial on how to make it. So I did make one sandwich, and I made one as just a salad. So for my sandwich, I used one piece of cloud bread, and I'm using it, and I'm just folding it in half because mine came out pretty big. And I put a piece of lettuce, some cucumber, some tomato, and then I just did about a quarter cup worth of the chicken salad. Had to pause for a second, sorry there. Had a minor incident. One of the little ones decided they had to fall, and we had to go kiss some boo-boos. We're okay though. Alright, so like I said, I made the chicken salad as a sandwich with the cloud bread. And cloud bread is high protein, no carbs. Guilt-free sandwich right here. And then I also made, with the egg salad, a nice little salad bowl. Again, put just a little bit of lettuce in there, some tomatoes and cucumber. And you can add any kind of dressing if you like. I don't add any dressing. The egg salad has enough dressing on it for me. This is a really small bowl, and I did about a half a cup, maybe a little less than half a cup of the egg salad because I wanted a little more of the protein and less of the filler, which is really good, especially if you're on like keto diet and low carb diet. So let's go ahead and take a taste of our egg salad. Still has the creaminess like you like with when you use a mayo, but just not that heavy flavor and feeling. The Dijon mustard really adds a nice flavor combo with that. And of course the fruit relish. A little more crunch with the sweet relish. Very good. Alright, now let's dig into the sandwich. This is the one I really like. I love chicken salad, so let's go ahead and dig into this. And I know it looks like a big sandwich, but it's really not that big. Gotta wrap this video up quickly. Everybody's getting a little anxious. It's getting later in the day. I think it's about snack time for everybody else, but it's only lunchtime for me. So, alright, let's just go ahead and take a nice bite of this sandwich. Very good. Got that crunch from the fresh vegetables in there. Nice and light, because I don't have that heavy bread. I got the nice light cloud bread. And the lightness from the Greek yogurt being in there instead of having that heavy mayo. Delicious. Well, I'm going to go ahead and finish eating my sandwich, and I'm probably going to ask one of my kids if they want to have the salad. But until next time, always remember that food can taste just as good as skinny feels. I'll see you around soon, guys. Bye!